Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. Housekeeping Services of Hilton Head, a 26-year-old business on the island, is employing a year-round workforce in the midst of a difficult local labor market. Here to tell us more about how they service their clients, David Myers, President and CEO, and Libby O'Regan, Marketing Associate. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And congratulations, 26 years. That's marvelous.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Housekeeping Services of Hilton Head and the services you provide.
Actually, we're ending our 27th year of operation. We started in 1989.
Okay.
We have facilities on Hilton Head Island and in Bluffton. And internally we're structured with 4 divisions. We have a resort housekeeping division on Hilton Head, a similar resort housekeeping division in Bluffton. And we have a commercial laundry that processes just over 6 million pounds of laundry a year. And then
it's incredible.
Isn't it? It's incredible.
Then we have a residential / special services division for all the other cleaning operations that we perform.
And there's been a lot of discussion about the local labor force being difficult for small businesses to draw upon. How has your business addressed this?
Well, it's interesting. In last week's Island Packet, there was an editorial opinion article that said the first thing we need to do if we're going to discuss labor retention is to create jobs that are meaningful in the hospitality industry. 5 years ago, we would interview someone and say, we can employ you 3 days a week, 5 months of the year, and barely go beyond that.
Sure.
And that's not conducive to any kind of a labor force retention, and it's not good for the people. They cannot depend on that as a full-time year-round employment.
Right.
So everything that we've done for the past 5 years has been with the idea of how can we create opportunities for these people to work full-time year-round. Right. And in fact, that was the genesis of our residential division, which Libby's been very helpful in. We have all these highly trained, highly motivated people that want to work.
Right.
So we thought, okay, let's create a residential division and give them access to all the homeowners in Hilton Head and in Bluffton. And when we started that, we literally sat around a table with Libby and said, what would you be looking for if you wanted a residential housekeeper? And you know, there are a lot of things. We want to know, you would want to know, I would think, who's coming into your home.
Sure.
So our people come in logoed vehicles, they're wearing uniforms, they're wearing name tags. We work in teams of 2, so you have the same people coming every time to your home. The reason we work in teams of 2 is if one person is sick or can't make it for another reason, you still will recognize the other team member and we'll augment that as we go. And then the second thing we thought people would want to know is, are you licensed? Are you bonded? Are you insured?
Certainly.
Most people don't realize that if you have an individual housekeeper, the chances of them carrying the kind of insurance you need are slim, and your homeowner's insurance probably is not going to cover it. If someone falls or breaks something, the chances are it's not going to be covered. Right. So we thought that would be a critical component. And then if I were going to have a residential housekeeper, I'd want some accountability.
Right.
So we have one person that you talk with, and that's Dana Andis, who half of Hilton knows Dana anyway. But that's one person that if you were concerned about scheduling, about who's coming to your house, about issues that arise, you have one person you talk with.
She's the go-to.
She's the go-to. And then
exactly.
the fourth thing that we figured people would want is competence.
Right.
But these are people that are professional housekeepers. They're good at what they do. They're very well trained. But actually, Libby is a customer as well as our marketing director, so maybe she should address some of these things.
Oh, I am. I love being a customer is great. Seeing both sides of it, from the marketing side and then also being a customer as well. But one of the things that David pointed out immediately to me was the importance of that licensed, bonded, and insured that he just discussed. I didn't realize that, you know, if you just hire anybody, that you're really at risk for a lawsuit if something were to happen. If she were to fall and break her arm, if you're not licensed, bonded, and insured, you really are at risk for a lawsuit.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So how has the rising house market and construction impacted business? I would imagine tremendously.
Well, that's another interesting component is we've been in a building boom for the past several years.
Right.
And every local builder, before they turn a house over to their customer, they have to have it professionally cleaned. Every commercial builder, before they turn over to their end user, has to have it professionally cleaned. So we've gotten very big into the construction cleaning process. We have specifically trained crews for that. And it's just one more way for us. Construction is not seasonal. Construction is year-round, and it's one more way for us to keep these people busy all year long.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both for joining us today, and we will have all your information on the screen so people can ask questions and find out more about your services and the laundry service as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And we thank you so much for joining us on today's Talk of the Town.